Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Timmy Phillips. I'm your host today, and today we'll be talking about something really interesting, and that is how to start a nursing program in Canada. So we'll also be talking about the pros and the cons for you to start in Canada. Okay, and just before we start, I would like to tell you guys that I have a guest speaker here who is my friend. His name is David Adedeji. Okay. David, do you want to say hello to everybody?
My name is Adedeji David. Like she said, we're friends. I am a nursing student here in Canada.
Okay. So that's it. To have it there. I had that's David. David is my friend, my senior colleague. Should I say it that way? My senior student, like yeah, so that the cool David. So I have David here. He's a nursing student just like me. I'm a nursing student as well, and today we'll be talking about how to start a nursing program in Canada. But before we start, I just want to say if this is your first time coming onto this channel, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. You can see it on the screen. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook at Timothy and at the Fields Services. Okay. Okay, and also you can also go on our website is www.thefieldservices.com. And if you are the TikTok lover like me, I love to dance. Sometimes I post songs on TikTok. I have them live right now, and it's at Symmetry. All when we work so hard, we also have to play, right? We cannot come and kill ourselves. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And you can also contact us on +1 249 492 9070 on WhatsApp. Okay, would always respond to your messages. Okay, so right now we are streaming this live on YouTube, and we are also streaming it live on Twitch TV. So for if you're on Twitch TV, you can also just log on and watch this live at log 8. Okay, and of course I have my people here on TikTok as well, and going live. I may not be looking at you guys directly because I'm focusing here. Okay, so let's start. David, thank you so much for coming on board, and I really do appreciate this. Thank you so much. Okay, so I just want to ask you. I know you're an international student. Is that right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Okay, so I have a list of questions here I have for you. Okay, I'm just going to be asking you one at a time, and so please feel free. Let's just make it really interactive. Shake it up. No, don't be camera. Okay, so you have said you're an international student, right? And
Yes.
you are a nursing student. So are you an RN student or an RPN? Don't get me wrong. I know we're all nursing students
Oh
here.
yeah,
So
that's okay. I'm a registered nursing student. That is the BSc nursing program, and it's like a degree program which is 4 years, as opposed to the RPN which is 2 years.
oh, okay. So that's very interesting. So, how's the journey been for you as an international student, as an RN in Canada here? So, how's the journey been for you?
Well, journey has been good. Like nursing it's tough, but it's actually been very good and educative. Like before I entered into nursing, I wasn't sure what I wanted to be. Like I wanted to do medicine, but
Right.
doing nursing first, I don't know. It's a lot of people will say, "Oh, I'm not going to like it. I'm not going to like it because I'm a guy," but I've actually been enjoying it. It's been very educative, and
Oh,
yeah, it's not a decision I regret making.
oh, that's so sweet. I was gonna ask you that as a male nursing student, how are you coping? But you just said like, okay, they said you won't like it, but I mean, you are enjoying it. That's
Yeah.
really interesting. So, what school are you? I mean, what school are you right now? And how I'm going to rephrase it. What school are you right now? And no, let's rephrase it. As far back as you can remember, what steps did you take, and what qualification did you have to be able to secure your admission in the school you are right now?
Okay. So, like I said before, I am an international student, and to be able to get admission in Canada, you need grade 12 maths, grade
Okay.
12 English, grade 12 chemistry, physics or biology. There are just about four courses that you need for you
Okay.
to be able to enter into the program. You have to get a minimum of 75. It might vary based on the school, but I'm in Georgian College of Applied Sciences in Barry, and the minimum requirements you need to get in those courses are 75% in the courses. So those were the courses I those were the courses I used to get in.
Ah, okay. So you came in if you just I just want to know, did you come in directly like with your WAEC, or is it an echo, or you want to just elaborate a bit for us so people can understand?
So I finished my high school in Nigeria before coming here. That means I had already completed my WAEC, but I
Okay.
had to do a grade 12 program. A grade 12 university is like a pre-university program that is
Mm-hmm.
just a year,
Okay.
which enabled me to complete the requirement, that is the maths, English, and all the courses I mentioned before,
Okay.
and that's how I was able to enter inside. But there are other ways to get into. When I tried applying, I found out that a lot of the colleges I was applying for were asking for a pre-health program.
Okay.
It's a program that you come and do here in Canada. It's just about a 6 months program, but it gives you like a diploma that enables you to enter into any school. It's like a certificate that it gives you all the courses you need, and you're going to be able to use to enter any school.
Okay. So let's just quickly talk about that pre-health, because personally, I'm a nursing student as well, and I just transitioned into the healthcare. I'm not a healthcare person, so that means I didn't have my science background. So just
Yeah,
like you did your work and coming to Canada to also do the grade 12, I, on the other hand, had my degree, but because I'm not in nursing, I'm not a science student. Sorry, I wasn't a science student, so I had to like go into the pre-health. So I'm just going to talk briefly about that. So folks, for the pre-health, if you don't have a science background, or if you don't have any degree but you finished your maybe your high school, you can still do the pre-health. Really, basically what you need to do is just to show that you have your English, like I think it's a grade 12 English, and
yeah,
that you have that. And or you if you have a first degree, what you just need to do is just to assess it with WES, World Education Services in Canada here. Once you have that, then they look at it and see, okay, you meet this, and then they will give you that pre-health. Pre-health is like an advanced diploma, and in those courses you're going to do is for 2 semesters actually, so that's 8 months in total. So you will be doing your maths, your English, your physics, your biology, chemistry, and a couple of other critical thinking stuff like that. However, pre-health is not the only way to secure an admission. Especially if you're transitioning from a different career and coming all the way to um, the health field like nursing or whatnot. Pre-health is not the only way. You can, for a mature student like myself, you can also go to upgrade. There's something they call upgrade. So that upgrade, what you need to do is you go to one of the centers. For each city has its own. You go to those centers, so they'll test you, and based on your test, like they'll give you your math, English, and physics, and all those stuff. So maybe they can start from grade 9. I think they usually start from grade 9. So they test you. If you're able to pass grade 9, then they give it grade 10 and stuff like that. And then they will determine what grade you will start from. So that's when you now do that. But that one takes longer time. Like literally, sometimes you can finish within a year or 2 years or 3. It depends on the individual. So yes, I would encourage everybody to do pre-health. It's very good. It's straightforward. It's just 1 year, and you get access to most of these colleges and even the universities. But we also have to understand that not all schools accept that pre-health. So it's kind of limited. That's why some people also want to go to the what do you call it now? The upgrade. But for me, I think pre-health is just it. You're not beating around the bush. Boom, boom, boom. You're
yeah.
in. Okay, so that's good. You said something about you wanting to be a medical doctor. So why did you change that? Because I mean, medical personnel here in Canada are the bomb, if you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Okay, so here in Canada, before you can um study medicine, you need to finish a degree course. Like you
Oh,
need to be a degree holder before you can start your process. And that was one of the main reasons why I had to do a degree course first. And secondly, it's very expensive.
Oh, okay. The
Yeah,
finance aspect. Okay.
yeah, it's very expensive. So it's you just don't rush. It's not something you can just rush into. You have to take your time and think and everything. So that's why
Okay.
I decided to do nursing first.
Oh, so are you telling me now that the possibility of you going back into the medical line? Oh, too much money. Yay. Did I? Okay, let's get serious. So is there a possibility of you going into the medical line, after your nursing program?
Yeah, there's every possibility. If when I'm done with my nursing, I'm still not satisfied, I might actually still go back to study medicine, but it's going to be after a very long while. Because
Oh,
I think to study that here, you also have to be a Canadian resident.
that's right.
So yeah, you need to be Canadian resident before you can study it. So it's going to be a very long process. Well, we'll go through it.
Oh, that's so sweet. Like I like that. I like your spirit. I like that that you're actually even considering it. Yeah, that's true. Just a little bit on the medical aspect. We all know that for you to be a medical doctor here in Canada, you need your first degree. It doesn't really matter which degree you have. The funny thing is just that you must have at least 3 to 4 years of a BSc, and then before you can now proceed to write the I think they call it the
M-
MCS or
M-
something like some
M-
MSc or something like that. So, no, not MSc, MCS. There's the exam or something like
yeah,
that they write, and that exam is really, really tricky and quite difficult, according to what I heard. And well, if you're able to scale through that exam, then you go into the medical school. And to be honest with you, I think medical school is very good for folks who want to have their kids come to Canada and they want to do the medicine or they want to go into the healthcare field. I mean, you are hearing it now. You need that for first degree first before anything at all. And especially in Canada, you need that first degree before you can write that exam and then you proceed to the medical school. And it's very competitive. And again, you have to, for you to be able to do that, you need to be, I think you need to be a permanent resident or a Canadian citizen. But don't worry, David, you're already on that path. Nursing is hotcake. There's absolutely no way you can get that job once you're done. And once you're done, you get that job. I'll just be hearing, oh, I'm going to medical school before you know you're done, right? So
yeah,
that's good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, so you already told us what prompted that decision, right? So I just
yeah.
want to ask you, as a young chap that you are, hey, very vibrant young chap, what would you advise other young guys, maybe coming out from the high school and looking towards, starting their career as well in the health field, especially in the nursing field? What would you advise them? Is it advisable for them to come alone to Canada, or do you advise them to possibly come with their parent? What do you advise generally?
Well, I feel like it depends. I came alone.
That's good.
Yeah, I came from Nigeria alone. You don't necessarily need your parents. You just need to know what you're doing, right? Your
Hmm.
parents, you just necessarily need to, you don't, you just need to know what you're doing. I came into grade 12 and I had to stay, like I said, I had to do the first year program. Or my parents paid for everything. It was like the accommodation, the teaching, the food, everything was included. So I
Okay.
don't really need to do much. The only thing I just had to do was to study. So I studied
Wow.
for a year to be able to get good grades to be able to be admitted into the nursing program. And yeah, it was okay. That's all I had to do.
Okay.
I feel like you just need to know what you're doing, then you'll be fine.
Okay, so you are advocating that young folks out there can also come to Canada. They don't really need their parent. Well, the thing is, I like that. Thank you so much. And I've seen that dedication in you. I tell you, your parents must be proud of you. I tell you, every time I look at you, I'm like, oh my God, this boy's parents must be proud of you. That's good. You guys can hear him. He came here alone and he's been doing fantastic, ever since then. Keep it up. And I don't know if your parents are watching, but maybe they watch. But to be honest with you, I'm so proud of you. It's not easy because I know people that come to Canada here, they send their kids here, and it's not what we are saying today that they are saying. That said, I would encourage everybody to I think when you came in, of course, you were of age, right? Because in Ontario, I think for you to come in alone, you have to be 18 years and above, right?
Mm,
Otherwise, you need a guardian.
yes, okay, yeah. when I
Right.
came in at 17, but
O-
the school acted as my guardian,
Okay.
so that's why we're able to come in.
Okay, good. So that's another thing. So if you are bringing your kids in your the school, you can ask the school, or maybe you have relatives here, or you
Yeah.
have aunties. You can just have them, sign those forms for their visas, and then there won't be any problem. Then they will be able to, once they hit 18, then there's no really no issue there anymore. That's good. We have been talking so much about you, so let's just talk about the whole nursing, in entirety. I'm also an RN student, just like you. But for me, I would say, what's really the difference between RN and RPN?
Okay, the difference between RN and RPN is just the years that they have to spend in university,
Okay.
and just a slight difference in their scope of practice. So for the RPN, you have to spend at least 2 years in school, and when you're graduating with a diploma.
Okay.
Why RN, when you're done, you spend 4 years in school, and when you're graduating with a degree.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the major difference between both of them.
Okay. Okay. So for me, my own perspective, I would say, if you are considering coming into, if you're considering, going into the health field, specifically nursing, and you are maybe the matured student like myself, what you should think about is your life generally. Do you have kids? Are you working? How can your body hold on to stress? Because trust me, guys, nursing school is very stressful, is extremely stressful. So you have to have that momentum. If you don't have it, I tell you, you feel like quitting every moment. So yeah, so if you are like the kind of person that is married, that has these responsibilities and everything, you need to work to survive, you need to pay your school fees and stuff like that. Consider, like you said, like David said, we have RPM, which is about 2 years. We have the RN, which is about 4 years. Now look at it this way: someone going for RN and you have family responsibilities and stuff like that. Can you handle it? Do you have little kids? Do you have to work to put food on the table or to support somebody, with your finances? If you feel you can still do that, why not go ahead? We have people doing that. I personally, I'm doing that as well, right? It's not easy, but I mean, it's something we have to do because it's passion. Again, just before we move on, nothing requires passion. Like if you don't have passion for that thing, you are
Yeah.
out of the window, literally out of the window. So, but if you know you don't have that strength to go through that, you can just be looking at RPN. And why I personally went for RN is because I may want to, further my education. I know many people like, they use school to do you. No. Just like you said, he's considering becoming a medical doctor. I'm considering becoming a doctor too. So I may eventually, go into the master's program and also do my PhD and become Dr. Timmy. What do you think, David?
It's a very good idea.
You will just be the doctor of the, physical, but me, I'll just be doctor of the book.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you may want to, consider that part. But if you feel you don't have that strength, trust me, guys, just we're all nurses, whether RPN, whether RN, we are all the same. That's the truth.
Yeah.
We all have that license, we take that exam, and we are all professionals. So go through that RPN, and then it's still the same qualification, funny enough. And the funny thing, David, lately, the rate at which these colleges are, I think the cutoff is really high right now, because recently I called the college and I was just talking about seeking opinion about the RPN, and they told me something that, they have 77 slots and they have over 1,000 application.
Yeah.
Imagine, and this person has about 87%, and they said, yeah, currently accepting 89%. So
Yeah.
if your aggregate is about 89%, they've accepted you. But if you're 87, just imagine. And before now, it used to be okay if you have 70%, you have 75%. So it is really it's so difficult right now. So you have to have good grades to be able to get into the program. And aside from that, the only other con here that I see with Harper is you bridging
To the
once you're done. Yeah, because right now it's also on the increase. You need to have a very high CGPA, right, to be able to bridge into those programs. It's the same thing even with RN going for masters right now. I don't know what's happening, but I guess the pandemic has really made nursing skills very visible out there because many people were not really into it before now. Okay, that's it. So let's just quickly talk about the pros and the cons. Okay, so I'll just talk with you. If you have one, just let's just share with people so that people can know those that still want to go. Let's not scare them away and say, okay, I need to score high. No. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's still some schools that will take you at 75%, at 70%. You just
Yeah.
need to do that research, right? Not all schools. I'm talking these schools I'm talking about, they are in the capital city, most of them. Majority of them, well, not majority, some are still, in the rural areas as well. So it depends on the school, really. But I'm just trying to say now that the nursing demand, the cutoff point is really on the high side. So if you're considering coming to school or as a young chap, even as a mature student, you want to make sure that you are if you're in your upgrade or you are doing your pre-health, you want to make sure that you are really scoring very high. The
Yeah.
first day of your school really matters a lot because if you start sleeping from the first day of your school, you probably won't get to that destination and you'll probably be disappointed in yourself and you don't want that, right, David?
Yes, definitely.
Good. So we'll just be talking briefly about the pros and the cons of the nursing school and the nursing career in its own, right? So what are the pros? Basically, let me ask you, what do you think are the pros? What do you want to tell people? I mean, the pros will be one of the reasons why you're in nursing school, right? Yeah, tell me now.
Okay, so I think the first thing about nursing is that it's a job on high demand. Yeah, like no matter what happens, nurses are always going to be in high demand. When the pandemic happened, a lot of jobs stopped. They had to lay off a lot of people, but nurses were still in high demand. So there's no matter what happened, you're going to need healthcare workers, not just nursing alone. So if you're in the healthcare field, I feel like your job is always going to be in high demand. So that's the first pro of being in the nursing program. When you're done, you are going to have job. Even as a nursing student, you are going to get employed. You have other this thing that you can do. There are other jobs that you can do as a nursing student too. So that's the first thing. It's in a very high demand.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. That's true. So there's job security, irrespective of whatever is going on in the world. The truth is, people are going to be getting sicker, but And the funny thing is, we are baby boomers like myself. I'm a baby boomer, not you. I know, millennial, but we were baby boomers. So and we are on the increase. So we need that profession. It's going to be here for a very long time. Another thing I want to say is that the policy is changing, of course, because of the COVID, like is rightly said policy is changing and I would say turning to favor a little bit of the nursing, career in a way, but even though some might not really agree with me. And then there's visibility now, so everybody is now like, I want to do nursing, of course, for the job. Again, the monetary aspect is something we want to look into.
Yeah.
I have what I wrote here. I said in 2020, according to Bureau of Statistics, it said the median wage for an RN for a registered nurse was 75,000 as of 2020 median. So now talk about those, with years of experience or that are above the line. It keeps getting better. And another thing again with this nursing is their variety. You don't necessarily have to be a bedside nurse. I've been doing my research. I don't want to finish now and just go into bedside nursing. No, I don't want to do that. There's travel nursing, there's nursing educator, like someone like me, I want to be a nurse educator or a nurse administrator because I used to be in the admin field before. So there are so many pathways you can actually create for yourself. Another thing about this is the flexibility. For me as a mom, that's one of the reasons why I actually went into the health field. The fact that I could decide, okay, I'm working 3 days today and I'm 3 or 4 days off. It is fantastic. As opposed to when I used to be in the office Monday to Friday, I'm doing 9 to 5. Literally no time. You want to go, for immunization with your kids or do something with your kids, you have to be asking for permission all the time. So that was one of the reasons why I personally, switched into the healthcare industry. And to be honest with you, it's been very awesome, even though it's stressful. But I know, I mean, nothing good comes easy, so we just have to push it. Okay. Do you have any other, pros you want to say, would um, be beneficial to people out there to want to consider going to nursing, David?
I think we said the most important and the listing one. So yeah, it's good.
Okay. I see the questions are coming in now. We'll start asking. So just like we have mentioned about the pros, let's quickly just touch base on the cons as well. Okay. And for for nursing, David, what would you say is a major disadvantage to be a nurse? I won't say disadvantage because I don't really see it as disadvantage if you ask me. So what would you say?
The only I don't know the
Okay.
the cons are I don't know they are just little.
Just little.
Yeah, the education is the first one. It's very stressful.
Yeah.
Like it's very stressful. It doesn't matter the school you are in or anywhere. It's actually very stressful, and that's the first thing. You just have to be very serious and always reading and everything. So it's very stressful. That's the first con of you can't of being a nursing student.
Hmm.
It's actually very stressful.
Yeah, I agree with you because nursing is really stressful. Is it Canada or is it just me? But I don't know. Or is this how nursing school is generally? I mean, I've been to several schools and I've not really had this stress. So, but this nursing school in Canada is really, it's really serious. But again, it is what it is. It's passion that is keeping us, on our feet. Yeah, I agree with you completely. Nursing is stressful, but how can you manage it? For me personally, I would say time management is key.
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing that is not stressful. Nothing good comes easy, like I said. If you're able to manage your time, eat well, and just organize yourself, be proactive about your assignments, you know, study when like me now, if I want to study, I make sure my kids are sleeping, and that's when I sleep. Sorry, that's when I, read. So it depends. Just see what works for you as a person. But make sure that you are hydrated, you are fully nourished, eat very well, it's very important. And have your calendar planned. If I turn this camera now, you see my calendar here. Just plan yourself. Time management is very key for a nursing student. So stress. Yeah, another thing is the potential for 12 hours. I tell you, even when we're doing our clinicals right now, some of us are doing 10 hours. Personally, I'm doing 10 hours. I think, David, you guys are doing 12 hours right now, right?
Yeah.
All for free. Oh, don't worry. It's just for a while. It's just for a while, and you guys, you'll be cashing out real big. Yeah, so the potential for 12 hours is there. So if you're not the type that really likes those kind of long shifts, then you may not be looking at the health sector, especially the nursing field. Even it's the same thing for doctors, I think. So you may not be looking at a nursing career as a whole, but for me, I like it because I can do 12 hours stretch for 3 4 days and I'm off for another 4 days. I can just enjoy myself. So basically it doesn't really have much cons as opposed to the pros. So the advantages of being a nursing student or studying nurse or nursing professional, I think is it's actually outweighs the
The
disadvantage,
yeah.
yeah, left to me. So we'll be taking questions right now, and I see Mami Sawa here said, hello guys, I am a BSc nurse from Ghana. I've gone through the NNSA process and I've been assessed by the CNO to do an extra education. Good. Looking at how competitive the admission is. So okay, I think the admission process is, so the question is not really complete. Yeah, I agree with you, Mami, and it's very competitive right now. That's what we just said. To be honest with you, I don't know why, but I think it was this pandemic that really brought relevance of the relevance of nursing out, right? So, but unfortunately, it is what it is. But yeah, I want to attend the pre-health. Yeah, that's a good one too. You can also do the pre-health. Another thing I'll tell you is that since CNO has assessed you, yeah, come in with the pre-health, and then once you come here and just go do what the CNO has asked you to do. If it's do more extra education, do it. Then you can now proceed and do your transfer of credits. That may work for you. So once you do your pre-health, just to come into this country and then follow the instruction, then you can now do a transfer of credits. And then you probably just, maybe most times, for the international nurses, once they assess you, you are good, you do everything the CNO has asked you to do, that's College of Nurses Ontario, I've asked you to do, that's called CNO, then you'll probably be able to write the NCLEX exam. But if you don't have everything they think you have, you probably want, most times they will tell you to just do RPN. Okay, so they'll tell you to do RPN, and then you can just write um the exam once you're done, or you just bridge. And also there's also the accelerated one, actually. I think Combat College does that. Accelerated nursing, for those that have studied nursing before, you can do the accelerated one. So rather than starting afresh, you'll be starting from 300 level, but there's no break. So it's going to be back to back, back to back, back to back. So you won't have summer, you won't have anything. So, but again, you'll be done in 2 years, and then you are back on your feet. But for you to actually be in registered nurse in Canada, the process is very rigorous, and you have to just abide by the process. We are dealing with lives, right? So they want to make sure that we know what we are doing. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So before I think we're almost rounding up, and so David, I just want to ask you one more last question. As an international student, right? Is there any Are there any challenges you think people might face as an international student who are coming in here to become a nurse, or who are nursing student? Are there any challenges you think they might face, so they can actually know ahead, and then probably just find a way to provide solution to it before they come on board? Is there
Okay.
any challenge?
So personally, I think the first challenge, one of the challenges that international students face is in terms of finances. And international students here in Canada, they pay a lot in all the schools compared to domestic students. So I feel like if you're going to be coming in, you should be able to plan, know your budgets, know how much you have, and how much you're going to be able to pay throughout the 4 years or the 2 years you are spending. There are schools that are expensive and there are schools that are cheap, right? So you have to look for the one that is okay within your budget. You don't just go to schools that every other person is going to, because something I've seen for sure is there are a lot of students that we start, after a while they'll not be able to complete their education. They'll have to wait, or I don't know, something fun is just going to happen and you don't want that happening to you. So you just have to plan ahead when you're getting when you're trying to get your admission, to know the school that is best for you. That's one of the this that I see as an international student.
Okay, so majorly we are looking at the funds. So
Yeah,
because it's very expensive. Okay, so that's true. Funds is a major thing. I don't know if you guys have looked through my previous videos. I think I've also recently just posted about how to show your proof of fund as an international student. Fund is actually a major challenge for international student, and I quite agree with you. As an international student, your fees are like triple of what domestic students are paying. But the
yeah,
good thing is, like I said, like David said, if you are very focused, you are allowed to work 20 hours per week, right? And
yeah,
also there are also some side also jobs that you can do that would help you. And you can also do scholarship, if you have a
yeah,
very good result. The only problem with scholarship is that not everybody can qualify for that scholarship, and then you need to keep applying. If you also check my videos, you see I spoke about scholarships, but you have to keep applying, searching, and just hope that you will get one at some point, right? So
yeah,
funds can really be a challenge, but one of the ways you can just look for a sponsor or secure a loan from your home country, and see if you can, if your parents or your folks can continue paying for you, or you can even be sending money back home to the bank or wherever it is that you're getting that you got that loan from, and be paying. But I don't think funds should be a limiting factor. If it's something you really want to do, you definitely know how to go about it, because in the long run it's going to pay, right? You'll be financially established, you'll be stable. More so, you have your PR and have your citizen. How many countries does that for international students, especially in Canada? Yeah, we all agree that it's very hard to get in. But again, like I said, persistence is the key. So if you are so persistent and you know that this is the goal I'm aiming for, you will definitely get there. So don't let the fund be your limiting factor. And someone said here, I said, hello guys, is there a pathway to PR through the nursing program? Ha! There's a serious pathway now, because once you're done, so it doesn't matter if you're doing 2-year program or doing 4-year program. So for someone that is doing the RPN as an international student, you're doing 2 years, and someone that is doing 4 years, both of you together will be given the 3 years postgraduate work permit. Okay. And trust me, once you're done with your nursing program, we have something that they call the temporary class that you can easily, after your consolidation on your 4th year, after I'm talking about RN now because I'm an RN student, right? So after on your consolidation on your 4th year, most people that I know, I have a friend right now that just got a job. She's still doing her consolidation. She's supposed to finish in April, but she already got a job in the hospital that she's doing the consolidation. The funny thing is she got a match. So the demand is there. You would always get a job as a nursing student, as an international student. So don't worry about somebody, I don't have the finances, or I've taken so much loan. I tell you, you'll be able to pay back in no time if you're very hardworking and you're serious, you're focused, you come out with a good grade. You would. And so once you're done with that, you have the 3 years postgraduate work permit, you secure a job, you work for a year, you put in for your PR.
Yeah.
You see, it's very easy peasy. So it's a good one, and I don't see any more question here, and I think we've literally just addressed everything today. So guys, thank you so much. We'll be rounding up now. Thank you so much for joining in, for tuning in. And if it's your first time again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel below. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Timothy at Diffuse, and just send us a message, or you can go on our website as well. It's there on your screen, www.diffuseservices.com. If you want to have fun with me on TikTok, come. I'm always dancing on TikTok. I can't come and kill myself. Nothing is hard. So I'm always having fun. And you can also, send us a WhatsApp message, +12494929070. Okay, WhatsApp message only, please, and then we will respond. Thank you so much to our guest speaker, David Adedeji. Thank you so much, and it was nice having you here today. And again, I'm telling you, I'm so proud of you. I hope your parents are watching this. Guys, young folks out there, this guy is worthy to be emulated. I tell you, he's a very good and very wonderful chap. So guys, thank you so much. So that's about it for today, and we'll see you some other time. Follow us, subscribe, and then so you don't miss any of our videos or any of our live presentation. So it's bye from us. Until next time, guys. Bye.